Inside Gaming sponsored by ExpressVPN. They're the fastest VPN we've ever used. Try them out at expressvpn.com/inside. Welcome to Inside Gaming. I'm Brian. It's the weekend roundup. I'm freezing, but I still got power. Let's do the news. So we've got some more details about how Google killed off Stadia's internal games division. And boy, it sounds like they handled this in the worst way possible. So this comes from Kotaku, who reported that the week before Google shut down Stadia's game studios, those were going to be the studios that were going to make all these wonderful exclusives. Stadia GM Phil Harrison told all staffers in an email that Stadia Games and Entertainment has made great progress building a diverse and talented team and establishing a strong lineup of Stadia exclusive games. Great progress. What could go wrong, right? Everything's going fine. Well, it turns out a lot can go wrong because just 5 days later, he announced that Stadia was through with making games and it would focus on just publishing and licensing its tech. Oh, and when he put that blog out publicly that they were shutting down Stadia Games, that was also when the Stadia dev teams, which consisted of about 150 people, found out they'd be losing their jobs. Great job, Phil. Later in a conference call, very contentious apparently, Harrison was asked what happened during those 5 days to make him seemingly change his mind, and that's when he confirmed that management had already known of Google's decision. Oh, and he apologized. What a guy. Corporations are awesome. He also apparently said that Microsoft's purchase of Bethesda had influenced their decision to shut down Stadia's internal studios, but it's not really clear what he meant by that, but no one has ever accused Stadia of making sense. At another point, Harrison apparently suggested that the pandemic was partly to blame as well. You know, the pandemic, when everybody's locked up playing video games, that would be terrible for a game service. Sources told Kotaku that the lack of communication was pretty par for the course when it came to Stadia's mismanagement. They also spoke of a severe lack of resources, difficulty securing necessary hardware and software. Oh, and there was a hiring freeze despite the fact that Google wanted to ship a bunch of exclusives in the coming years. Jade Raymond, an industry veteran who is heading up Stadia Games and Entertainment, she's obviously no longer with them now, she told Kotaku, "I'm proud of the team we built at Stadia Games and Entertainment and the groundbreaking work on exclusive games for the platform. It was a difficult decision to take on a new opportunity, and I will be forever grateful to this team for everything we learned and achieved together." Some good news, Google's currently trying to put those displaced employees elsewhere in the company. Hope that works out. Meanwhile, Stadia said this week that more than 100 games are coming to the platform this year. In a blog post, they teased a few of the titles, which include FIFA 21, Killer Queen Black, and Judgment. They also said Far Cry 6 will be coming to Stadia this year too. But man, be honest with your employees. Don't lie to them and then 5 days later be like, psych, you're fired. Not good for them, Google. All right, we're gonna get to the rest of the stories in just a second, but first, let's talk more about ExpressVPN. Guys, when you use the bathroom, you always close the door behind you, right? You don't want random people looking in on you, seeing your business, so why would you let people look in on you when you go online, especially if you're online with your pants down? That's not good. Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom and not closing the door. Did you know that your ISP like Comcast or Verizon knows every single website you visit? You cool with that? I'm not. And what's worse, they can sell that information to ad companies and tech giants who will use that data to target you. ExpressVPN puts a stop to this. It creates a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so your online activity can't be seen by anybody. It's nobody else's business. I use ExpressVPN on all my devices. It works on everything: phones, laptops, computers, routers. Everybody who shares your Wi-Fi can still be protected even if they don't have ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is easy as closing the bathroom door. Click, just fire up the app, click one button, and you're protected. ExpressVPN, the world's #1 rated VPN by CNET, Wired, The Verge, and others. So if you're like me and believe your online activity is your business, secure yourself by visiting expressvpn.com/roundup today. Use my exclusive link, expressvpn.com/roundup, and you can get an extra 3 months free. That's expressvpn.com/roundup. All right, on to the rest of the stories. Nintendo, you might have seen, had a big direct this week. It was 50 minutes. They showed off games coming out this year and beyond. Not all of them this year, some are later. The big headlines are that Splatoon 3 is in development. It's expected to release sometime next year. Sadly, no news about Breath of the Wild 2. They apologized about that, but they're giving us an HD port of Skyward Sword for the Switch. It's due out July 16th. There's a new Mario Golf coming. Yes, I played those games like crazy. This one is called Mario Golf Super Rush. It's coming out June 25th. The big hit Fall Guys is coming to the Switch this summer as well. It was only a matter of time. That had to be coming to the Switch. Outer Wilds coming to the Switch. So is Samurai Warriors 5. Switch is getting an enhanced version of Legend of Mana. We also saw a new trailer for Monster Hunter Rise. That's coming to the Switch next month. I'm excited about that. Oh, and Pyrah from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate in March. There's a new game from the maker of Donut County called Neon White that's coming out later this year. Miitopia is coming to the Switch. For all you Miitopia fans, Animal Crossing New Horizon is getting some Mario-themed items. Square Enix is working on a new tactical game. They spent a lot of time talking about this called Project Triangle Strategy. It's from the Octopath group. Kind of looks like basically a mashup between Octopath Traveler and Final Fantasy Tactics, or better yet, Tactics Ogre, if you're nasty. It looked really cool. It's due out next year, and a demo is out right now, and a multiplayer shooter called Star Wars Hunter coming out later this year. Oh, and a Ninja Gaiden trilogy coming to the Switch this summer. Those are the highlights. There's some more stuff. Sadly, no Metroid Prime update. Amazon's big MMO is delayed again. In a developer update, they announced that they're pushing the release date back to August 31st of this year, if you believe that, which maybe. They added that with this extra time, we'll be able to add these substantial improvements while polishing and fine-tuning the whole game before we open Eternium Shores to the world. Now, you might remember the game was originally slated to arrive last year, then it was delayed to spring of this year, and of course, now it's delayed again. A closed beta will begin July 20th. If you pre-ordered New World, you will have access to the beta, so there you go. Sony is being sued in the US over drifting issues with the PS5's DualSense controller. Eurogamer reports that the suit was filed by the law firm of Chemicals, Schwartz, Kreiner, and Donaldson Smith. They also have a lawsuit over drifting issues with the Switch. Now, the suit was filed in New York. It claims that the controller is defective, adding that the DualSense controllers that are used to operate the PS5 contain a defect that results in characters or gameplay moving on the screen without user command or manual operation of the joystick. The plaintiff, Lamarck Turner of Virginia, bought a PS5 February 5th, immediately noticed the drift. He contacted customer service, was advised to reset his console. That didn't work. He bought another controller. The complaint demands a jury trial with the plaintiff seeking monetary relief for damages suffered, declaratory relief, and public injunctive relief. So we will see how that goes. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is doing pretty well out of the gate. It's already the third biggest Nintendo Switch Mario release ever. It's just behind Mario Odyssey and 3D All-Stars that came out last year. GamesIndustry.biz reports that physical sales are up 190% compared to the 2013 original Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U. Of course, the Wii U was not a great seller. It had a very small install base compared to the Switch. That explains a lot of the discrepancy. Still a very nice start, and it's why Nintendo is still porting anything and everything over from the Wii U. All right, time for a 5-second review. I live in Texas. Life is a nightmare right now. I don't need your game. All right, let's talk about the games coming out next week. First up, a big one, Persona 5 Strikers. Join the Phantom Thieves and strike back against the corruption overtaking cities across Japan. A summer vacation with close friends takes a sudden turn as a distorted reality emerges. Reveal the truth and redeem the hearts of those imprisoned at the center of the crisis. It comes to PC, PS4, and Switch February 23rd. Rogue Heroes Ruins of Tassos is a 1-to-4 player classic adventure game with modern roguelite elements. Team up with friends to combat procedural dungeons, explore an expansive overworld full of secrets, and take down the Titans to save the once peaceful land of Tassos. It comes to the PC and Switch February 23rd. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Oh wow. This game is a reboot that brings the beloved Capcom franchise back to life and into the 21st century. I don't know if I'd call it beloved. It was certainly hard as hell. Paying homage to Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts, the latest entry combines the franchise's action platforming gameplay with storybook-like graphics graphics and challenging new obstacles. It comes to the Switch February 25th. I wonder if it's just 2 hits and you get killed. Oh, that game is so hard. Hellpoint is a dark and challenging RPG set in a heavily atmospheric sci-fi universe where the line between science and the occult is blurred. Once a glorious pinnacle of human achievement, the Irid Novo station is now devastated, completely overrun by evil interdimensional entities and dominated by the will of malevolent cosmic gods. It comes to the Switch February 25th. Hot Brass. As an elite SWAT operator, think fast and put your tactics to the test to master a series of missions and save lives. Summon your team of up to 4 players in online and local co-op, or hone your skills solo. Don't just be the best of the best. It comes to the PC February 26th. And last but not least, Bravely Default 2. Oh, here we go. I'm kind of excited about this. Explore a new world as you fight for survival with your customized team of heroes in Bravely Default 2, a strikingly beautiful RPG adventure. Balance risk and reward in turn-based battles with the Brave and Default commands. Not sold on the combat system, but I'll try it anyway. It comes to the Switch February 26th. That's all the news I got for you this week. I hope you're warm and safe wherever you are. We'll see you next week.